Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, Sean Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 57.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alexander Johnson, the one to drop him. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Pulled in at the 24. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. And that hold goes to wipe away a big return.
And I know from the outside in, you think, why are you holding? Just make sure you don't grab anyone. But you want to keep people away from your return guy. And sometimes those sudden moves, that speed, you reach out and inadvertently do something, and the penalty flag comes out.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this one is incomplete.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Well, that's complete to Shepard. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first step.
Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton from 10 yards out. And the Giants are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Gano the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Play action, Ryan. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Ryan. Leonard Williams. He's the one that drops sacks. That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football. getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? He needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Now Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
They'll try and throw for it here. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Throwing, Jones. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A handoff, Barkley running left, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Jones. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Ryan. He'll drop this down to Taylor. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Jones now off the play fake. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're going to try and throw. Dancing to his left.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he'll find Golladay. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
That's caught by Golladay. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Kenny Golladay, 28 yards. And the Giants continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point try good by Gano. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Ryan. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Out to his left. And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Steps away to his left. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Back to throw. Jones. Well, this is Shepard on the catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ryan over the middle into the hands of Woods. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. They find some open field. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 65 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And New York set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action here on first down. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gano out to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. At their 25-yard line, Ryan. He's going to air one out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Jones on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And Ryan's throw caught by Pierce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Throwing again, Ryan. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dexter Lawrence, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. That one looks like he'll throw here. That ball caught by Slayton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Ryan will throw again. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. This pass complete to Galladay on the crossing route. The 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there on the catch and run. 89 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs.